Hey guys, I'm back. We are just talking, we're gonna talk to Hina because there was some kind of emergency. I honestly don't remember what she was, where she was, what she was doing. So if you guys remember, sweet. This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency! An emergency? What happened? Seriously?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. Excuse me. What do I keep hitting? I suppose, what is happening? I don't want the transcript.
Don't make me repeat myself yet.
Don't make me... I don't remember what you said, so cool. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
Looks like she headed to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. Toko? Is Toko inside some kind of emergency? Oh, Hina's stuck. You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast. So, what's the emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lie down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Sorry, Hina. Ooh. I may as well give it a shot. Ding dong. The door swung open, slowly and silently. She always had that freckle on her chin. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me. What?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's just that Hina's really worried about you.
Pulling yourself up
in your room.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up?
Oh.
Just for a second?
I didn't realize that this was a spoken part, so sorry about overreading that. Yeah.
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I don't have my speakers up very loud, so I can't hear it.
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down the door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her room, or bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
What?
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? I know somebody who can. Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow. I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Ah, Bacula.
Byakuya.
It's Byakuya. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack ever have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya. What was Togo talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of it. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch him. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Whoa, get in here, buddy. Is the evidence that proves that it was Genocide Jack really in the
Don't
library?
make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Say what? Oh, go to the room I wasn't allowed in the first place. If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. So much dust,
So in
too.
other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. There's so many files stuck on the shelf. What's in all
That's
these
enough.
things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean, like, members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared... If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. That's a weird translation. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
that's right.
That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Smart. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover the value for yourself. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. Okay. What's in the box? Oh, is this the cold case? Yeah, okay. Oh. Nope, that's... Control, yeah. Cool, cool. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it out there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Alright. Oh, still that one. Gah!
That's right.
National Library. I have done this part before, but I remember having the same problem as this. But I've got to this. Oh, there we go. Nope. What? Literally the same. Yep, you're there too. Oh my goodness. The lamp.
That's right.
Why is that so... It's so touchy.
That's right.
That's the same. Did you do anything? Nothing. That's up there. Ah! Honestly, that's ridiculous. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Hold on. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this is to be, like, top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why... My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among those reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the completed case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. Oh my god. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristics, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were the members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the
That's
victim?
right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite
So,
simple.
in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or
Such
two.
ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you. Well, gang, we are going to call this an episode. I've only got a little bit of time before I have to go and pick Joey up from school. So, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate every single one of them. Leave a comment down below if you like. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. All the links are down in the description below. And, as always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We try to put out new videos every single day at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you again later. Bye!